Hey everyone, KitaSean here, so welcome back to another Fate Grand Order video. With Fate Grand Order USA 8th anniversary coming up this week, I want to talk about the special gacha that will be releasing during the celebration. Destiny Summon. For those who don't know what the Destiny Summon is, you basically get to pick a servant from each class you desire the most, and from that lineup you created, one of those servants will be summoned. Actually, this feature came early in the USA version last year. As a JP player, I'm very jealous. As you guys know, the JP version is 2 years ahead of the USA version, thus there have been many servants who have gained buffs and servants who pair well with some servants who will be released in the future for the USA version. I wanted to give you some of my recommendations on who you should prioritize when rolling this year's Destiny Summon. I do want to mention, in the end, choose whomever you want. Starting off with the Saber servants. If you're looking for a Saber who can take on boss fights, challenge quests, then I suggest none other than Medusa Saber. Obviously, she recently released in the USA version, so I assume a lot of you guys did roll for her and got her, but if you didn't, then I suggest putting her on your Destiny Summon lineup and attempt to get her. She's, again, a great DPS quick servant that I think would be very beneficial in your Chaldea. Narrow Bride is another servant I highly suggest if you do not have her. She is a really solid support servant who can give high MP generation, and she also has a 30% MP battery. This also helps when it comes to MP looping, whether it's farming or boss challenge fights, and also the skill just helps out a lot for a lot of servants. She also has skills that can help when it comes to offense, such as attack and star rate up, and she also has a lot of skills that can help on defense, heal defense up, and she also has that Sky Trait anti-buff, so if you're going against any enemies that have Sky Trait, then hey, you're doing more damage against them. Her MP is also very solid, as well as you can do damage and apply defense down for 5 turns, so it's nice to have multiple copies of her to level up that MP. So if you don't have Narrow Bride, I highly recommend using her. She's a really great support, but if you already have her, I mean, it doesn't hurt to level up her MP if you don't have her at MP5 already, but I think she's a great pickup. Benny Emma is another great solid support saber. She got a buff in JP which allowed her to buff her own arts card and MP, so she's also a solid attacker, but again, she's a support saber that can help increase attack, remove debuffs, heal, MP battery up to the party, and then she also has debuff skills that can decrease defense and crit down and MP still on the enemies. Going into the archers, I think Orion is a great pickup. I think a lot of masters recently haven't really been using Orion as of late, but I think she is a very solid pickup if you're looking for an archer that wants to go up against boss and challenge quests. He doesn't need MP levels, as his MP doesn't do damage, it just buffs him instead, which the buff allows him to do Unga Bunga damage with his buster cards, so he's going to be doing some massive damage just with MP1 alone. If you weren't able to pick up Dorga during her raid up, I think she is a really nice arts archer to pick up. Lots of great skills to increase her arts card and MP, and she loops as well. In my opinion, Plotomaios is the pick here for archers. I think he is just one of the strongest archers in the game. I mean, you can actually line him up with Gilgamesh. I know some will say Gilgamesh is better, but personally for me, I think Plotomaios is a little above Gilgamesh because he can do both AoE and single target MPs. His AoE MP is an art, his single target is a buster, so you can definitely bring him in different situations, whether you want to farm or when you want to fight against, you know, boss or challenge quests, or you can do both, like the 90+, quest in farming events recently. They, you know, make you need to have a single target and a AoE servant, so he can technically do both depending on, you know, which event and quest that is. I've already mentioned him already. Gilgamesh is an obvious pick if you're looking for a hard-hitting buster archer, but he comes back all the time, so I think it's okay to, you know, skip on him. Some other picks, you have Janu Summer for arts farming, and then you have Artoria Summer for an arts single target. Moving on to Lancers, you can't go wrong with Skasaha if you're looking for a single target Lancer. Of course, she has had many rate ups over the years, and I'm assuming you guys already have her, but if you don't, I think she is a solid servant to have. So newer players, I think Skasaha is a must-have. Milcine is a servant I think all masters should have as well. She has both single and AoE MP, which does one her up on Skasaha. Her AoE form is a Buster MP, and it can loop if you have the right support. If you don't have Artoria Lancer, she gets really strong in the future. Like, her buff shoots her up on this tier list, in my opinion, making her the strongest AoE Lancer in the game. Lots of ways to increase her damage. I assume many of you already have her, but if not, I think she is a great pickup. You can't go wrong with Brynhild or Tamamo Lancer as well if you're looking for, you know, another decent single target. When it comes to riders, Iskandar will be getting an amazing buff, thus preparing for that is a good idea. I mean, leveling up his MP is always nice in my opinion as well. He's going to be a hard-hitting Buster AoE rider. Rhinus is a good support servant to pick up, has skills that can support parties' MP gauge, defense, lots of defensive abilities. Her MP allows her to decrease enemy defense, but that ability to increase MP generation rate for the party, that is the shining point of her MP. And then not only that, the MP overcharge. The MP alone allows you to use her MP and other MPs a lot more. Now moving on to casters, Castoria, Merlin, Skasaha. I don't think I need to explain for those who play FGO, but for those who don't, Castoria is for art servants, Skasaha is for quick servants, Merlin is for buster servants. These three will help you when it comes to any type of quests in FGO. For assassins, the obvious pick is going to be Koyanskaya because she is a must need for buster support. She is the one that will allow your buster servants to loop. Now, if you're not looking for Koyanskaya, which I believe most people already have her, I think some DPS assassins are nice pickups like Tezka and Kama. Kama does come back quite a bit, so I assume many of you guys already have her, but if you don't, very strong single target quick servant. You also have Tez, who is a amazing arts looper who can give himself 50% MP while giving 30% MP to the party. His MP also gives MP to the party as well, which helps a lot getting MPs up for the entire party. And for some crazy reason, he has invincibility for the entire party and also can ignore invincibility with his MP. So yeah, Tezka is kind of bonkers, and I think he is a must-have if you're looking for an assassin that can take on, like, you know, rider quests. So moving on to Berserkers, where do I even start? There are so many great Berserkers in FGO. Like, I personally think you're gonna be looking at MP levels here if you don't have that Berserker. If there's a specific Berserker you want, then obviously, you know, go for that one. But if you have a lot of these Berserkers, I think it's okay just to aim for MP level. For single target, Kintoki, Vlad. For AoE, Arjuna, Alter, Morgan, Ibuki Doji. Like, I personally think you should aim for the AoE ones, like Arjuna, Ibuki, Morgan. I think those are just the three tops kings here in Berserker lineup. I mean, Kintoki, obviously he's limited, so if you want to level up his MP, I think you should, but I do think leveling up either Ibuki, Morgan, and Arjuna Alter is probably the best choice here. Now moving on to the extra class. So extra class is divided into two different classes here. So extra class 1 category, which includes rulers, avengers, and moon cancers. I highly recommend Summer Scotty here, as she is the ultimate quick support. I mean, she does buster support as well, but mainly quick, and she's essential when it comes to quick looping. For avengers, the best pick is obviously going to be Jay Alter, but like many servants before, she appears quite a bit, so I assume you guys already have her. But if you want to level up her MP, then might as well do that as well. As for the moon cancer, it's going to be BB Summer. If you don't have her, it might be the time to pick her up, because future servants like CL and BB work well together because of the card lock. So yeah, they're going to be really good when it comes to farming quests. If you're looking for a DPS moon cancer, then Archetype Earth is a must pick. I mean, she came out last year, right, for you guys, so yeah, I might as well pick up a servant that doesn't really come back a lot, so definitely Archetype Earth. For extra 2 category, if you don't have him, then the only answer is Oberon, as he is a meta support. Like, he's just way too strong. Support when it comes to farming, support when it comes to boss and challenge quests. yeah, Oberon is the must. But other than that, Van Gogh is another good support in this category, as she is a critical support. So yeah, definitely if you want to look for a servant that gives crits, that's her. But she's also a great solo unit as well. She's able to, you know, again, do the critical damage. She's able to lock the enemies with her terror skill, and then she also can spam her MP. So Van Gogh, obviously not going to be able to go to all these quests, but when it comes to specific quests, yeah, she's a really good pickup servant. Dolman is another servant that is great, as he doesn't need multiple MP levels to be strong, because he has instant kill. And not only that, he's really good when it comes to farming on specific quests. Proto Merlin is another great art support for boss and challenge fights, so you can't go wrong there. Tiamut is going to be a servant I think many are going to be looking at due to not getting her during her first raid up release, but she is also a really strong alter ego servant to be a DPS. And I do think the most popular choice when it comes to extra 2 is going to be Nero Draco, as she doesn't really appear a lot when it comes to raid up. She's not in the guaranteed gacha. She's only going to be able to be like guaranteed, I guess you can say, in this Destiny summon. So I can see a lot of you guys putting her in your Destiny summon. I mean, the JP version, that's what a lot of people did. They threw her in because they weren't able to get her during the first raid up. So yeah, there you have it. So there you guys go. That was my list of servants that I think you should put in your Destiny summon. But again, in the end, pick whoever you want. But I do think if you don't have support servants, those are the main servants that you should be aiming for. The casters, obviously Oberon, Koyanskaya for assassin. Like, those are definitely a must in my opinion. So if you don't have them, you go for them. But other than that, pick whoever you want, and let me know in the comment section below who you're gonna put in your list for the Destiny summon. I would definitely want to know who's gonna be the popular servant. So yeah, do that. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so. Like the video and hit that bell, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Laters.